Alright, what's up everyone? Welcome back for another video. Thanks for joining me. What we're doing today is trying to get that AEM dash to start working with my ECU and whatnot. Kind of tight fit here. I mean, it's not 100% plastic dipping something on this car, but gonna work from the passenger side. Well, the ECU is actually on the passenger side. I know I gotta hook a couple things up. Well, there are a couple things hooked up already. I just wanted to see if I would get it, be able to get some of them done. So I don't know if it's 100% if it's gonna work right at the moment, but I do know there's a couple things that I will have to set up with the ECU to make sure it sends the CAN signals. I think I have to like enable that. So what we got right now, pin 40 I think and 56 are your CAN high and low on the ECU. Well, at least mine. I didn't have the right plug, the right little clip for it. So if you see right there, that red wire and that black wire, you see how they're sticking out a little bit. I don't know if they're in far enough to make a connection with the pin, but we're gonna hope that it is. Oh, you know what? Might not be anywhere near close to that, but I think we do have power with the AEM, with the dash, the CD5. Right now I have the wires ran like ghetto. This is the power and that's the ground. This is just ran as temporary, so I will show you where I'm at now, and then we'll move closer. So let's turn this on. What's up? And then we're at that. So these buttons don't work at the moment. I believe I have to, there's a couple setup things with the dash and with the ECU, so I'm gonna mess with those. I'm gonna try to on the computer because I don't really know what I'm doing. And then we're gonna, hopefully it works, so cross your fingers. It appears I have no idea what I'm doing with this. Probably gonna have to watch like a tutorial or something on, hopefully on YouTube, or just get someone that knows what the hell they're doing. I did get the background changed, and that's about it. I don't think any of the things are working because I also think those plugs, little pins I put in the ECU, probably aren't touching anything. But I'll show you what background we have right now. I'll probably wind up changing it again, but let's peep it. Start up. That's what we're working on right. That's what we're working with right now. So that was not so much a waste of time, but I got that stuff working. I was able to get into my ECU and enable the AEM net out. I guess it would be the whole CAN setup. I had to enable that, so I was able to do that. Change the background on the dash. I'm just gonna have to work with getting more stuff hooked up properly. Maybe have to find some new pins to stick the wires through. But the GPS should work, the miles per hour, but I didn't hook that up. So maybe I will take it for a ride in a little bit, and we'll see if at least some things are working. Alright, so this is multiple weeks later. 2, maybe 3 weeks, possibly more than that. Garage is a disaster right now. We're in the middle of stuff. Doing the second part of the same video you're watching still, of the AEM CD5 install. Figured out some issues, and let's talk about it quick. First thing I was able to do, the original pins I had that I was trying to send into the ECU and the plug was no good. They weren't long enough. They weren't making any connection. So that was number one. That was the first thing wrong with it. Lucky for me, when I did this, did the engine swap on my car, I bought a new harness from Wiring Specialties, so I have my old harness. So I'll show you what I did with that. I don't know what you're gonna do. I actually do think they sell these things, these pins that you could make yourself for this application. But what I did, I took my old harness, find out general area what you want, because some of these pins are larger than the others. So I went with the small one because it's going in a small spot. You pull this little tab up here, then you can de-pin it. So you pull a pin out. I don't know where one of the ones I pulled out is, but This was the test one. I'm never using this harness again, obviously. So pulled two out, clipped them off, and then let's go to the car. The car we inserted those the opposite way of that, so we had to pull the whole assembly plug thing out of the ECU, pop the little tab up, stick the wire through in the correct pins for this. I can actually tell you which pins it is right now in a second. Give me 1 second. So for the AEM Series 2, the EMS Series 2, you want pin number 40 and pin number 57. So this one right here is pin 40 and this one's 57. That's your CAN high and that's your CAN low. And then you just got to wire it into the corresponding wires in the harness. They go in the back of your CD5. Then one other thing that it has nothing to do with the dash, but I need to find a way to connect another wire into, I forget which number I want. I have that in my notes. That's going to be the button that I'm going to set up for the two-step / launch control or whatever. So I'll set that up, email my tuner. He said, I mean, this was when I got tuned like months ago, that he said just email him, tell him what switch I hooked it up to, and then he'll send me a map with the two-step. So I got to get on doing that too. I'm just going to send it with the two-step. So back in the car now, issues that we have with the dash. I couldn't get anything to work. It was almost like nothing was actually sending. So at first it made me think that the CAN wasn't working or whatnot. So I emailed AEM. They sent me a new like whole dash display file to try. So we tried that, and well, it's powered on. He added an extra little spot on it that tells you CAN if it's connected or not connected. So let's look what we got. CAN, okay, so as of right now, we're working. You see engine load, air temp. See, look, I didn't even touch anything. This is the problem we have now. See, I'm not touching anything. It's just switching. So, as you see, the dash is kind of acting up. Where is it in the background? I'll try to leave it in the background. Maybe it'll just switch randomly by itself while I'm talking. I just saw it. There seems to be some sort of connection issue that's making this thing go crazy and just switching by itself. Every once in a while, when it goes on that main screen, it'll say CAN warning, I think, or like disconnected. So there's a connection issue somewhere. Hopefully it's not the ECU, because that would be a big pain in the ass. So what I'm going to start with doing is some of these wires here, I'm going to try to maybe like isolate them a little bit more, and these I'm going to cut these out and redo these, because this wire is shielded. Maybe there's some wacky connection issue going on over here. Hopefully it's just not like too close to other electronic devices that's giving it like some weird signal. But sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So that's where we're at currently. And one other thing to note, wiring is a mess. Even for my whole switch panel, I do have new switches coming for that, so stay tuned for that. Wires going out the back into the little, I don't even know if I'm aiming it right because I can't see into that. A little messy, but I did think when I was doing it, I think I said, I probably did if I didn't, it was kind of temporary just to get everything working. I did buy like this thing from like Harbor Freight, and the thing I bought from Harbor Freight was just kind of like, I need wire, this is wire, let's do it. Wire works. It was kind of like I needed wire, and this was the easiest option to get it at the time. I ordered new wire. Everything's gonna get neat. Got 100 feet red, 100 feet of black. This is 10 gauge, nice and thick. So everything's gonna get rewired, neatened up like crazy. Like I said, it's temporary for now. Hopefully just redoing those connections will work, because there's obviously a connection issue somewhere, or maybe just something is just messing with the signal. And when I did this, I don't remember if it was in the video, but I used that plug. So I had like a disconnect spot. This was from my old O2 sensor, and it was kind of melted, but it definitely does the job. So I had one end connected there, coming through there, and then I was able to unclip it I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it one-handed. There you go. I was able to unclip it, so when I wanted to like run everything, it was an easy disconnect point, but I thought that was an issue. Apparently that's not an issue. I'm just gonna rebutt connect these again, maybe cut this back a little bit, see if one of the wires is like showing and it's grounding out on something. But that's first thing, let's reconnect these. All right, it's been rewired. I have the ECU sitting up like that. It says disconnected. Now all I'm gonna do is lift this wire. Now it's okay. CAN 1 okay. So there are these connections over here. Once I drop it, disconnect it again. Pick it up. Okay. So in the general area now, maybe I have to redo the connections. Maybe I gotta choose different wires that are going into the ECU. Maybe they have to be further away from the ECU, but pretty much narrowed it down to over there. Once again, lift. Okay. So there's something with these wires. I don't want to jinx myself, but I may have fixed it. So, oh, no, never mind. Switching myself right now. I was so excited. I wonder what would happen if I just deleted all the other screens. So it was only this one screen. It's weird because it was working until I turned the camera on too. So this is video. This was video 1 of me trying to get this damn dash to work. Getting a little annoyed. I'll be honest with you, I'm a little annoyed that it's still not working. I was under the impression this was plug and play. Hopefully at this point, hopefully maybe just the thing is defective and I could get it warrantied or something. I don't know what it is at the moment. I emailed AEM again to see what their idea is about this. But we did make it a little bit, we did change the connection going into the ECU, and it's a little more solid and it's not disconnecting all the time now. So that aspect's good. We just got to worry about it wanting to change screens all the time. So I don't know what could be the issue with that, which is, it's weird that it's just getting, that seems like an issue on the dash itself, because I don't think the CAN gives it the signal to change the screen. So maybe something just has to be wired. So I don't know. We'll see what AEM says. Thanks for joining me on this video of annoyance for me. Hopefully you found my misery entertaining in the least bits. But thanks for joining me. Subscribe. We will get this damn dash to work. I promise you. I don't know what else we got to do. Drive, I guess. We're just gonna wind up driving it at some point. Yeah, I'm gonna wind up ordering a body kit for this thing very soon, so stay tuned for that. I'm gonna try to do all the body work myself, possibly paint the car myself. So subscribe, hit the little bell button to get alerts. I don't know what order I'm gonna upload it, but I made a video about our new truck that is outside that garage door right there. It's either before or after this video. If it's before this video, I will put a thing up there you could go to. So subscribe, thumbs up for me. Send me your prayers to get this damn thing working, and I will see you on the next one. Pray for me, race car.